So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out what could I possibly do now that I have hopefully eviscerated Promise, aka Valis77, aka Valis77, and with any luck, stopped him from trolling the internet for minors. What can top that? I know. I asked myself the same question. I gotta get back to my, standard forte. I gotta get back to what I do best, which is dissect what is wrong with, the education system for one, and, society, and etc., etc. But I'm gonna ease myself back into this. So I'm trying to figure out what can I possibly bitch about. I mean, everything, but maybe not. So I'm gonna give a thank you to Hypomania Man for exposing me to Brent Strong, whatever this little kid's name is. He's a 7th grader, goes by Games for All 129, and apparently somebody must have made him cry because he did a video then saying, I don't care if you hate me, you're all haters, and I'm going to continue to do rants and video game videos. And I've got one thing to say about that. Please don't. Really, seriously, you're in 7th grade. Why don't you concentrate on your schoolwork? That's a good possibility. You could also, let me think, give me a second. You could concentrate on exercise. You could exercise. Listen to your rant. You sound like you're out of breath and all you're doing is sitting in front of a computer and bitching about school. Listen, suck it up. We've all done it. We've all been through 7th grade, okay? It's not the fucking end of your life. It's not the end of the world. Suck it up. Get through it. Do the work you need to do to get to the next level. That's what school's there for, kid. It's to make you a viable member of society instead of, a carbon-based lump of shit that, just ambles around acting like you ate lead paint chips for breakfast. I suspect you did. I don't know. Listen, if it is a fact that you got straight A's in your classes, that's great. More power to you. Okay? Keep doing it and get through school. Stop bitching, okay? Consider yourself lucky that in America our school year is 9 months instead of all year round. Personally, I think it should be all year round. Which brings me to the actual verifiable topic that I'm going to deal with today, is that 9-month on, 3-month off school year we have in America. And I know that not all of you are going to agree with me, but here are the facts. The last month of school in your primary or grammar school years, in your high school years, are dedicated to getting the class settled down and focused on the task at hand so that they can finish out the year. Okay. The first few months of every school year is dedicated to reviewing all the information that they covered the year prior, which is bullshit. If we had a year-round school system, and I know some places are toying around with it, but if we had a year-round school system, if we had a system where, in some cases what they do is 3 weeks on, 1 week off, even still, if we had that sort of system in place, then, we wouldn't be so low on the totem pole, so to speak, as far as education. We would have a society full of people who can actually think for themselves, who can actually do stuff. What's happening is we've got kids coming into school now, and even though it's the end of September, they're still catching up on last year's work. The reason being, they had 3 months to fuck off and smoke dope and read comic books and walk around with their thumbs up their asses and not do anything. And that, of course, led to, what I like to call cerebral atrophy. It's bullshit. And I know a lot of things are bullshit, and I say that about a lot of things, but that's because a lot of things are bullshit. And the education system as we have it now needs desperately to be revamped. Okay? If you're having problems with your teachers, you go to the guidance counselor and you explain that. You know, it may be, in fact, a problem with your teacher. It might not. It might be a problem with you. You know, we like to blame teachers and we like to blame administrators. And personally, as a teacher, I like to blame administrators. I'm not going to, say that I don't. I'm going to be honest here. That's my job. But aren't we forgetting somebody that is to blame? Aren't we forgetting parents? Aren't we forgetting about accountability? Seriously, when I was a kid, and it wasn't all terribly that long ago, but when I came home from school, before I got to go outside and play, before I got to play my original NES, which was, the hot platform at the time, I had to do my fucking homework. And you know what? It was boring and it sucked. But I did it, and I did it quickly, and I did it correctly, so that I could have more time to go play. Grow up to the level you're supposed to. You're in 7th grade, okay? Be a 7th grader. Stop. Don't go on YouTube and rant and bitch and moan. You could have used that 10 minutes. Well, hell, you could have used that 10 minutes to adjust your sound so it didn't sound like shit. But you could have used that 10 minutes to finish your homework and be done with it. No, you gotta go on YouTube, and for Christ's sake, you sound like you're on a nebulizer. Okay, my guess is that you don't like gym not because, you have to get naked in front of, other people. Look, it's part of growing up. I failed gym because I refused to participate, but I had other reasons. It wasn't because I didn't want to be made fun of because I had man tits. And I suspect that that's your problem. But I'm going to make this a relatively short one. I'm trying to get back into the groove here and be a little more, light in my rants. It's been a heavy week, as any of you that have been following my recent crusade know. It's been a pretty heavy week, and that being said, as an homage to that, I would like to say that I don't know about any of you out there, but I sure as hell am sleeping better at night. I don't know. Think about it.